Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Counting On fans are cringing after watching John and Abbie Duggar share TMI bedroom details so openly. The couple didn't hold back when talking about what goes on behind closed doors. Keep reading to get all of the details and see the clip that got fans talking. Today, John and Abbie have a 2-year-old daughter, Gracie, and a baby boy due in the late summer of 2022. But now, fans and critics are going back in time to hear what newlyweds John and Abbie Duggar had to say on an episode of Counting On. Online, an old confessional from TLC's Counting On is circulating. In the video, John and Abbie Duggar are chatting about how they feel romantically. John explained, "Romance has been in a bottle, I guess, in my life for years." Abbie said that she cracked it open. Then, things intensified and Abbie continued, "It's never going back on. You don't have to hold it in anymore. You can just slather it on." John then added, "And the more you do it, the more you have in you, that's gotta come out." In the clip, John and Abbie Duggar don't specifically state that the discussion is about what happens in the bedroom. But based on what they said, fans are convinced that's what it's about. On Reddit, Duggar fans and critics are discussing this clip and can't help but cringe. One fan talks about how the conversation got grosser and grosser as it went on. Another thinks the couple has no idea what they're saying. The fan writes, "Goodness, so sheltered that they don't understand unintended innuendos in what they're saying." Yet another chimes in and says, "This started off somewhat decent, got confusing, then made a ed right into NSFL, not safe for life." The phrase, "not safe for life," means that something is extremely disturbing. So, what do you think of this video of John and Abbie Duggar? Do you think they're talking about what happens in the bedroom or something else? Sound off in the comments section below, and come back to TV shows Ace for more news about the Duggar family. The Duggar family, known for their conservative values and reality TV fame, often finds themselves in the limelight for a variety of reasons. Fans of the family have grown accustomed to their large gatherings, strict rules, and unique approach to life. However, when John David Duggar and his wife, Abbie Burnett, recently shared intimate details about their marriage, it left many fans cringing and questioning the appropriateness of such revelations. John David, the second oldest Duggar son, and his wife Abbie are often seen as one of the quieter, more reserved couples in the Duggar clan. Since their marriage in 2018, they have built a reputation for being sweet, down-to-earth, and relatively private compared to some of John David's siblings. That's why fans were caught off guard when the couple unexpectedly opened up about personal aspects of their relationship. The couple's comments surfaced during a podcast interview where they discussed their journey as a married couple and parents. While much of the discussion revolved around typical topics like balancing parenting duties and maintaining their faith, things took a turn when John David and Abbie began sharing details about how they keep their relationship strong. Specifically, they mentioned their efforts to maintain intimacy and prioritize each other despite their busy lives. What raised eyebrows, however, was the couple's decision to share specific bedroom habits that they felt contributed to their marital bond. According to the couple, they believe open communication and physical intimacy are key to their successful marriage. While this in itself is not unusual advice, the way they chose to elaborate left some fans uncomfortable. They reportedly described how they make time for each other, even jokingly mentioning certain routines and preferences that strayed into TMI territory. The fan community's response was swift and divided. While some appreciated the couple's honesty and saw it as a refreshing change from the typically reserved Duggar narrative, others felt the details shared were inappropriate and unnecessary. On social media platforms like Instagram, Reddit, and Twitter, fans voiced their opinions. One Reddit user commented, "I'm all for couples being open about their love for each other, but there's a line and they crossed it. Some things should just stay private." Another wrote, "This feels so out of character for John and Abbie. I can't imagine why they'd think anyone needed to know this." Others, however, were more supportive. "It's nice to see a Duggar couple showing they're real people with real struggles and joys. Marriage is hard work, and they're just being honest about it," one Instagram user commented. Another fan added, "If anything, this just makes them more relatable." Every couple has their quirks. The Duggars have long been associated with a conservative lifestyle that emphasizes modesty, discretion, and traditional family values. Publicly sharing intimate details about married life is something fans typically wouldn't expect from a family member. In fact, many of the Duggars have previously avoided discussions about marital intimacy altogether, sticking to vague and generalized advice about love and relationships. John David and Abbie's openness represents a significant departure from this norm, which may explain why their comments sparked such a strong reaction. Some fans speculate that the couple's decision to share more candidly could be a sign of growing independence from the larger Duggar family dynamic. Unlike some of John David's siblings who remain deeply entrenched in the Duggar family's public persona, he and Abbie have largely stayed out of the headlines. They focused on raising their daughter, Grace Annette, and leading a quieter life. However, their recent comments have reignited interest in their personal lives, prompting questions about how much of their private life they're willing to share moving forward. It's worth noting that John David and Abbie's approach to parenting and marriage has already set them apart from the traditional Duggar mold. Abbie, a registered nurse, continues to pursue her career, which is a rarity among Duggar women. The couple's willingness to chart their own path has endeared them to many fans who appreciate their modern take on life and marriage. The controversy surrounding John David and Abbie's comments also highlights a broader issue within the Duggar fan community: the tension between maintaining traditional values and embracing a more open, contemporary approach to relationships and personal expression. As the Duggar children grow up, get married, and start families of their own, many are carving out their own identities separate from the strict guidelines they were raised with. This evolution is often met with mixed reactions from fans who either celebrate their growth or criticize them for straying too far from their roots. John David and Abbie's TMI moment may simply be an example of a couple trying to be authentic and relatable in a world that often demands perfection from public figures. In a culture that increasingly values transparency and vulnerability, their candidness could be seen as a step toward normalizing discussions about the realities of marriage. For better or worse, John David and Abbie's comments have sparked a lively conversation about the boundaries of sharing in the public eye. While some fans may cringe at the idea of learning about the couple's bedroom habits, others see it as a reminder that even the most seemingly perfect couples have their own struggles and solutions. Ultimately, the decision to share such details is a personal one, and it's clear that John David and Abbie felt comfortable enough to do so. Whether this marks a one-time overshare or the beginning of a more open approach to their public persona remains to be seen. For now, the couple appears to be standing by their comments, showing that they're willing to embrace both the praise and criticism that comes with stepping outside the Duggar family's traditional boundaries. John David and Abbie Duggar's unexpected decision to share intimate details about their relationship has certainly made waves among fans. While opinions on the appropriateness of their comments vary, one thing is clear: the couple's openness has added a new dimension to their public image. Whether this leads to more transparency or encourages other Duggar family members to follow suit remains to be seen. In the meantime, fans will continue to watch closely as John David and Abbie navigate the challenges and joys of married life, one revelation at a time.